All right. All right, Shalom. Before we get started, we'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders. I agree, millstone, the teaching of the well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And we're back with another video, another lesson. The title of this one is called The Judgment of Babylon. Give me 1 second. All right, Salak. So, yeah, title of this video is The Judgment of Babylon. But you don't know that Babylon is America. Okay, America is Babylon the Great in the scriptures, also known as Egypt. Spiritual Egypt. Um, Salakia, trying to get this thing to work. Egypt. You know, Babylon, of course, right? And Sodom, spiritual. Right, these are all spiritual names for America. All right, but the main one is Babylon, because of what Babylon or Babel means confusion, and this place is a bunch of confusion. Nothing is in order. Okay, righteousness is not set up in its place. All right, so that's why the Lord's gonna destroy it. Okay, for the wickedness and those who rule over it, which the Edomites, Esau, the so-called white man. Okay, let's first start with and doom is gonna come to this place. All right, matter of fact, let's get. I know it's in second Esdras, the seventh chapter. I forgot what verse though. Um, let's do this. Let's see. Doom. All right, verse 73. I'm gonna start at verse 42. It says, He answered me and said, this second Ezra chapter 7, verse 42. He answered me and said, This present life is not the end, where much glory doth abide. Wherefore have they prayed for the weak? But the day of doom, right, shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, right? The day of doom, all right, shall be the end of this time. That day of doom is what? Really the return of Yahweh Shai, okay, which is also the Yahushua, the angels, and the nuclear missiles hitting America, Babylon the Great. Okay, so let's actually first with let's start with Malachi 4:1. All right, final. This is the final admonition. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord, whose name is Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." See that? The day is coming is going to burn as an oven. When you preheat an oven, you want to make cook a pizza or something, right? And mine, when it's preheated, it beeps, it goes off, so it's ready. Then you open it, and all that heat hits your face, right? Imagine that, a million times more. When these missiles hit, you know. And like I was at camp on Saturday, uh, with the brothers from GMS Baltimore camp, you know, the elder was explaining that people think that the missiles they hit the ground and they detonate, but they actually hit they detonate miles in the sky, like a mile, 2 miles in the sky, you know. So and that's abundant. That fires the fire hits the ground and it spreads, man. So hey, that mushroom cloud, that's what Isaiah saw. That's what the prophet Isaiah and the prophet um and also Apostle John, Revelator. You see, so this is that day that's going to burn them as an oven, which is the wicked of our people. All right, those of the other nations that are still here, and Esau, Edom. You know, so let's read again. For behold, that day, so like for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly. shall be stubble, those who are wicked. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Okay, and they're gonna come back. Now, this is the part of the good news right here. Those who be burnt, of our people in the fire, they'll come back in the kingdom. All right, they'll be righteous. They'll be in their right mind. Okay, they won't burn in hell forever, like some of these Israelite groups preach. Okay, so now let's go to Zephaniah 1:14. All right, because this is the wrath of Yahweh, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I should say. Okay, this is Zephaniah 1 and verse 14. It says, um, yeah, Zephaniah 1:14 says, the great day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. All right, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. It's gonna be a day of chaos in that day, man. The chariots coming back, Yahweh Shai, you got the missiles coming, right? So people gonna be, hey, man, this is gonna be a sight to see, Lord, when we make it that far, Lord, when we have that number, you know. Verse 17, I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They're sinners, right? And it says in their blood, they what's the word? They can leak they're when they sin, they don't feel bad about it. They just continue. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Neither their silver nor their gold, no, your money shall Salakia. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land, what land is that? But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all of them that dwell in the land. See, and this is going this time is gonna be America. See, America is gonna be there's gonna be the fire of his jealousy, man. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. You see that? So let's get now. Matter of fact, let's see what the NLT says for that. Or let's go to the GNT. All right, and read it. I never read that in a Good News Translation. I don't believe. So Zephaniah 1, come up at 14, and it reads, this is the great day of the Lord is near, very near and coming fast. That day will be bitter, Salakia. That day will be bitter, for even the bravest soldiers will cry out in despair. It will be a day of fury, a day of trouble and distress, a day of ruin and destruction, a day of darkness and gloom, doom and gloom, right? Like Elder Hawad. A black and cloudy day, a day filled with the sound of war trumpets and the battle cry of soldiers attacking fortified cities and high towers. The Lord says, I will bring such disasters on the human race, right? That everyone will grope about like someone blind. They have sinned against me, and now their blood will be poured out like water, and their dead bodies will lie rotting on the ground. On the day when the Lord shows his fury, not even all their silver and gold will save them. The whole earth will be destroyed. Well, the whole earth not going to be destroyed, because it says in Ecclesiastes, the earth abideth forever. So there's sometimes these translations go off. The whole earth will be destroyed by the fire of his anger. He will put an end, a sudden end, to everyone who lives on earth. All right, which is like I said, the earth is not going to be destroyed. You get Ecclesiastes 1, and what's that? Yeah, Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. Salakia. See? So the earth, is never going to be destroyed. All right? The whole earth is not going to be burning on fire. Now, some parts of it are going to be, it's going to be destruction, but It's not gonna be the whole earth. Not gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, America, Babylon the Great will be destroyed by fire. In the land of Israel, and some other lands, they may be hit, right? Because it's gonna cause a great earthquake. You know, but the whole earth is not gonna be destroyed. So gotta be careful with these translations sometimes. Let's get Revelation 16. All right. Um, in verse 17, it says in the seventh angel, right? And seven means is completion, right? And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne saying, "It is done." And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great that earthquake, right? Why is it going to be a great earthquake? Because of those missiles, man. All right. Verse 19, the great city was divided into three parts, and the cities of the nations fell. And great Babylon came in remembrance before the Heavenly Father, all right, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. See? And men blasphemed the Heavenly Father because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. And that plague of the hail, right? That was those are the missiles, man. All right, like the elder Apostle Gabar, he said, stones of fire, right? We can look it up real quick. I'll open another tab. All right, weight of a talent, not weight of talent, weight Ava. All right, look at that, a big boulder. That's a talent. Now if I go to another tab, uh, let's do this. Look at that. Now compare them. If I can get it up. Well, you see it. Okay, you can compare the two, right? Oh, Salakia. If it'll show, right? You see that? Now you can compare them. The weight of a talent. Now going back, I read it again, verse 21. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed the Most High because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. And now those plagues are what? Like I said, nuclear missiles. We go over here, Revelation 9, all right, and 13. The sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men, which is Esau Edom. Okay. It says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. Woo! And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth. What's jacinth? I don't think I ever looked up that word, jacinth. Jacinth. I hope I'm saying that right. Jacinth.
Strong's G 5191, Huakinthinas. Huakinthinas.
This is of a red color, bordering on black. All right. So it says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were that as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire, smoke, and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. You see, and this is John the Revelator is describing a nuclear missile because he didn't know what that was back then. You know, then our forefathers they couldn't really tell you what they were, so they described it the best, to their ability when they saw these visions the Lord gave them. You know, so now, but now they're back today and they understand. Oh, that was a nuclear missile. You know, that was this, that was that. See, but I read the NLT version of that, not the whole thing, but it says verse what verse is that? Yeah, verse 16. It says, "Now I heard the size of their army, which was 200 million mounted troops." See, and those were the missiles, man. So 200 million missiles is on their way to America, Babylon the Great. That's why it's gonna be that great earthquake. That's what it's gonna cause a great earthquake. All right. So now let's move on to verse. Let's move on to Revelation 17. All right, and 16. I'll start at 14. It says, "These shall make war with the Lamb, who is Yahushua, and the Lamb shall overcome them." Right, because during World War III, when Yahushua returns, they're gonna stop fighting each other. They're gonna come together. They're gonna try to fight against Yahushua and the angels. For he is Slakia, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore, which is America, sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. See, NATO and the EU and the allies, right? They're gonna hate America, Babylon the Great. All right, they're gonna shoot the Lord's gonna put it in their mind to shoot their arrows, their missiles towards America. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For the Most High hath put it in their hearts, their minds, to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth, which that's America. All right, and they gave their power unto this woman, unto this beast. You see, that's who that is, man. And the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them. All right, you say, you know what? We tired of this. We gonna, He's gonna put the spirit on them to shoot their missiles at America, man, including Russia, you know, and the kings of the earth, China, North Korea, right? Let's get yeah, let's go to Jeremiah. I'll show you that Jeremiah 51 and 25. It reads, "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, said the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, which destroyest all the earth. And now I stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations. But thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord." They're gonna be desolate, man. America's gonna be a wasteland. It's gonna be a total desert when the smoke clears, right? Verse 27: "Set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat," which is Turkey, "Mini, and Ashkenaz. Appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, which is Russia, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant." See that? So Babylon's gonna be a desolate place, man. The Lord's gonna lay this place. It's gonna be a wasteland. All right, that's the judgment of America, Babylon the Great. Because why? This place is nothing but wickedness. All right, and those who rule over it, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, like because what does Babylon mean? Let's see if we can get it right here. Um, all right, but Baal means what? Babel or Babylon, confusion. Okay, this is the Bala, to mix, mingle, confuse, confound, to mingle, confuse. See, you go back, Babal or Babel. It says Babel or Babylon, confusion by mixing. Okay, so this place, this is a place of confusion. You know, everything is evil is good. You know, good is evil. Men can be women, women can be men, women can be with women, and men can be with men. Children can change their gender at a young age. All right, the food is messed up. The animals are they're lost. They're through. Okay, the oxygen is messed up. The air, chemtrails. You know, this is what they do, man. You see, and this is why the Lord, okay, has to do away with this place, right? So let's get this last one, Jeremiah 50. Let's go back a chapter. Jeremiah 50 and verse 31. Okay, and it says, "Behold, I'm against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. For thy day is come, and the time that I will visit thee." The Lord's going to visit this place very soon through His Son Yahweh Shai. "And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and they shall devour all round about him." The Lord's going to kindle a fire in the cities of America, man, by those nuclear missiles. You see? And there's many more scriptures we can get. Let me see if I can get some more. Um, let's get this real quick. Ezekiel, I think that's 23 or is it 22? Yeah, it's Ezekiel 22. And I'm gonna read this 20. It says, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Yea, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, have poured out my fury upon you. That's what He's going to do to to this land and to the people that's in it, especially 2/3 of our people. Those other nations that still remain in the wicked of Esau, Edom. The Lord's going to do away with this place and those who still live in it. And we hoping and praying we're not part of that number, man. We're not part of that judgment. We want to be part. We want to be saved because the elect going to be beamed up out of this place, right? Let's get that. Revelation 11 and 11. It says, "And after 3 days and a half, 350 years, the Spirit of life and the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, which is a great awakening, which is happening right now. And great fear fell upon them which saw them, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up, and they set up to heaven in a cloud and a chariot, and their enemies beheld them. And the same hour was there a great earthquake." There's that great earthquake again. "And the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000." Complete number of people, were destroyed. "And the remnant were affrighted," because when I'm of that number, we of that number, but the elect, they're gonna see that they're gonna hear it. They're gonna be in the midst of it. They're gonna see the chariot, the missiles on their way, and gave glory to the Most High of heaven. But at the last second, they'll be beamed up, man. You know, in the midst of all that chaos, in the midst of all that destruction, the Lord's gonna save His people, His elect, starting with the elect. You know, so all right, the great judgment of Babylon. Hey, this place about to be judged greatly. You know, so and we pray and hope that we escape that judgment, man. Because a lot of people want to die here. They're gonna be burned up. All right, and people don't. They don't. That's why we out there telling them. But what they do, they mock, they scoff. But the Lord's gonna have the last laugh in that day. So Lord willing, this was edifying to you brothers and you sisters out there. It got some fear into you. You know, so we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bahakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone, the teaching rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will you was edified. To the next video, I'm gonna say, Shalom.